Here, my man, Coach Lenny. What's up, Lenny?
What's good? What's good? How you doing?
I'm chilling, man.
This is the
Big fight coming up.
baby.
Your fighter, Richardson Hitchins, is facing Gustavo Lemos.
Right.
How you feeling about that fight?
Gustavo Lemon?
Is that how you pronounce that name?
The guy's a lemon.
Oh, Lemon. Oh, shit. I thought maybe I got it right.
Yeah, we getting ready to fight Gustavo Lemon April 6th at the Blue Fountain, I believe it's called, in Las Vegas.
Okay. Hey, that's supposed to be a step up. The guy's 29-0. How you feeling about the fight?
I mean, it's a step-up fight, but if you look at his previous fights, like with the Bowsers and the Cepedas, they were supposed to be step-up fights as well. And you saw what happened to them. So I anticipate the same situation when we get in the ring with Gustavo Lemon.
Speaking of that, Iceman, Malik Hawkins, supposed to be a step up.
Who's Iceman?
Malik Hawkins.
Oh, okay.
Dominant performance. Bowser supposed to be a step up. Dominant performance. Cepeda, former world title challenger. He iced, what's the kid name? Josue Vargas. Dominant performance. What is it about Africa that every time the lights get the brightest, he performs the best?
I mean, that's his office. That's his office, and he loves what he's doing. He trains hard. He sacrifices. I always tell him, the greater the sacrifice, the greater the reward. So he understands all of that in addition to his commitment and dedication to boxing. When those lights hits, he has no choice but to shine.
If successful, what's the bout that makes the most sense? Everybody is looking for him to get a world title shot or in there with another big name, a Regis Prograis, a Devin Haney, Matias, Barbosa. Like, what makes sense?
Any one of them, it makes sense. Any one of them, it makes sense. Anywhere we get it is how we're going to take it. So any one of them, it makes sense.
I was telling Richard Richardson that a big money fight, in my opinion, will be him and Subriel Matias, Madison Square Garden, Puerto Rican Day Parade weekend. It will be like the modern day Miguel Cotto versus Zab Judah. Puerto Rican against a slick black fighter from New York that knows how to talk that talk. What do you think about that fight?
Of course, that would be a big fight. That would be a great fight. We'll never say no to it, but we just based on the manager and promoter, etc. Whatever they determine what it's going to be, then we're ready for it.
And being a historian of the sport, what three fighters did you watch and did you study and that you helped implement into African style?
Wow. Yeah, I mean, I'm from the old school. So I watch guys like Sugar Ray Leonard, Sugar Ray Robinson, Mike McCullen. I go back.
Ooh, that's good.
Body snatcher.
Right, the body snatcher. So I look at those fights and I try to incorporate what I see in him, and it's working.
Matias is looked at as the boogeyman, monster, big puncher. Like, how do you fight a guy like that? I know you want to give me too much of the game plan, but, some guys just use movement all night, but, those guys end up gassing out. Like, what's the perfect way to fight a come-forward puncher?
The perfect way? I mean, there is no perfect way. You just have to make certain adjustments. But I would say I'll keep turning them. I would keep turning them. I wouldn't sit too much in front of them. And I'll just try to catch them from angles.
Okay. Last night, Teofimo Lopez defeated Jermaine Ortiz by a controversial unanimous decision. What did you think of the performance?
I didn't see the whole fight, but at the part of the fight that I did see, I would have gave it to Teofimo. And from what I understand, what's his name? Ortiz was moving around a lot. There you go. Oscar, what they call it, chicken nugget holder. You can't win fights like that. However, his movement was good. But if he would have, settled down a little bit and threw more combination punches,
He was there. He was way faster than T.O. He was younger than T.O. His energy was better than T.O., but he used the energy to move instead of fighting. And that's where I see the judges gave Teofimo the fight. The 117, 111 was way off. But the 115, 113, either way, or a draw could have been good.
I was looking at a draw.
But,
I was looking at a draw.
We in a brutal sport, and people want to see brutal fighting. Nobody want to see somebody run around or fight, especially when you got the advantage. He had the advantage all night on the move, let the shots go. He didn't make him miss and make him pay. He made him miss and got out of there.
Out of the way.
And they ain't boxing.
Right, exactly. I agree with Rel. Yeah, he should have sat down a little bit, combinations, punches and bunches, and that would have won the fight. Even if he didn't push it.
When he did sit down the fight, he was winning.
Wasn't enough activity.
He won the battles. He won the battles in the inside and outside, but he didn't battle back.
And there's a possibility. There's a possibility that the cut that he incurred, that could have,
for sure,
changed his whole mindset. Just stay away, stay away. So we never know, but
that cut changed the trajectory of the whole fight.
Exactly.
I got a question for you. If let's say you was Teofimo's coach that last night, what you would have had him different? What you would have had him done different to be more effective with his aggression?
Cut the ring off. He should have been cutting the ring off. He wasn't cutting the ring off. He was following him. And some coaches can't teach you how to cut the ring off. So I don't know what he's doing in his camp. But if they would have watched Ortiz and they would have that he saw that he was a stick and move fighter, one of the game plans should have been cutting the ring off, not following him. So
now, out of the 3 champions, you gonna say something?
My answer to that is Teofimo didn't have a coach. He had a father. He had somebody that knew nothing about boxing.
I didn't want to say that.
And they just went with what worked for them throughout their whole career. They never changed nothing about the fight last night. Teofimo ain't know how to cut the ring.
Sure didn't.
Teofimo was used to hitting somebody, hurting them, or getting the respect that he thought he was going to get, and the fight went his way. Last night, that wasn't the case.
A lot of times.
Last night, he had to change into a boxer. He had to make different moves. He had to change everything that he's always into something new. And he couldn't do that. And his father in the corner couldn't tell him that.
And a lot of times too, add to what Rel is saying, like guys come out of the amateurs. And the amateur, you can make a lot of mistakes and get away with it. But when you become a pro, you have to have a coach that be able to fix those mistakes and see those mistakes. Because what works in the amateur sometimes is not going to work in the pro. And a lot of times coaches who get these good amateur fighters, and when they start excelling, they still allow them to make those mistakes. And case in point, to Teofimo, he couldn't cut the ring off. He didn't learn how to cut the ring off. He didn't learn how to make that adjustment. So I don't know how much boxing his father did, but just like Rel said, he got stuck when it came to making those adjustments.
Now, out of the 3 champions at 140, because I only acknowledge 3 of them as the champions, which is Devin Haney, Teofimo Lopez, and Subriel Matias. Which one?
Man, bro, you ain't gonna show Rolly no love?
No.
Rolly's a champion, but out of those 3 guys, because that's the core there, right? How would you rate which was from the most to the least difficult out of those 3 guys? Even though I'm pretty sure all right, Teo, Subriel, and Devin Haney. Even though I know you guys are confident that your man could beat all of them, right? Which one is the hardest? Which one in order? Which one is the hardest for you guys and the easiest, you think?
What would be easiest for us?
Yeah, in order.
Wow.
Easiest, hardest.
You said Devin. You said Devin,
Teo, and Subriel.
Subriel, and who else you said?
Teo.
Teo would definitely be easy.
Teo is easy. What do you mean? We just saw that he can't cut
right,
the ring off.
exactly. Teo would definitely be the easy word.
So, listen, I was going off of Josh Taylor, which was Teofimo. He had a tremendous performance. Know what I'm saying? But then after last night, I had to go back and you sit down and you think like, it was Josh Taylor. Josh Taylor's an old fighter. Josh Taylor been through Olympic games. He was an Olympic gold medalist. He was undisputed at 140. You know what I'm saying? So Josh Taylor was old and beat up. Now, you put his opponent last night was a young, fresh, hungry lion. And that was the difference that I saw in the fight. He went against the old Josh Taylor, looked tremendous. Now he went against a young lion, which after him being Lomachenko, he was struggling with young lion. Now I think that he just stuck in his ways. He got too much going on. He talk about BLK. He talk about promoting fighters. He talking about going to schools. Like, come on, focus on boxing, bro. Please.
So if you
Well,
was
to answer your question, it would be Teo, right? I think Subriel would probably be the hardest fight, and then Devin, and then Subriel. And the reason why I say Devin is because they've sparred on numerous occasions, Hitchins and Devins. So they're kind of familiar with each other. But fighting Subriel will be going into the unknown. So going into the unknown, you really have to have your senses and everything. Everything got to be on point.